he was very sweet, incredible. He says, no, my mother, this is my mother's money. She told me I could spend it, and use her credit card the way I want him. But someone sounded the alarm, said basically he's doing fraud. These are all I don't know. I mean,
and guess why they sounded the
in her
alarm?
inner circle. And then Wells Fargo steps in and goes, well, we believe that family is stealing from her. So we're going to report it to the state and everything. Anyhow, from a series of events. And then she gets appointed this stranger who's one of these legal guardians. It's very scary.
And does that person take the money? Because let me tell you something, the root of all evil.
They're getting paid a
Yeah,
lot.
of course. It's all about the money. For everyone who says it's not, he says he loves money. What a horrible person. We all love money. We all want more money. And most of the fight, do you know what happens when a family member dies with money? Oh my God. Oh my God. Good luck if you're not a close-knit family. Good luck.
Oh, get a
These
will. You
people
know this. Get a
tear
will.
each
Get a
other
trust.
apart.
Well, don't do that to your family. That's not
Don't
the
do
family's
that.
fault. That's the person who died's fault.
Correct. Correct.
Because if you have enough money, you've got plenty of money to go to a great lawyer and put that crap in a trust and name it out and be very specific so there's no ambiguity. Do not pull an Aretha Franklin. Cripes, she had 18 wills hidden under her toilet.
My guy,
sofa
Prince. You know what a mess
foolish,
Prince's fucking
foolish,
estate is? Ah,
foolish.
Apollonia and Morris are involved. Crazy.
Absolutely foolish that you do that. It's so horrible for the people left behind. And it's all of what? $5,000, $10,000, which is peanuts to these people, peanuts to Wendy. And they don't see, I had a lot of questions about it because it's like, did Wendy have like a trust, a living will? I don't think she has anything in writing. So see, now we're up for all this interpretation.
And she just reminds, I mean, I have so many, I have to watch it. Like Melissa was like, you've only watched a little bit of it. It's like, does she know she's making this? Like she's billed as executive producer. So it's like, I have so many questions. I read something today that the producers, I think it was, said, oh, if we knew we were dealing with someone with like dementia and aphasia, we would never have made this. Really? Really? Is that what we're going to say now? That you wouldn't have made this if you knew she had dementia? I mean, you're filming it. You can't tell this is a woman that's not together. Like you knew this was a train wreck.
I mean, the only thing I can defend there is, if you've been around someone who's a true alcoholic,
they fake it.
It's hard to tell, is it the alcohol? Is it now usually with like, I'll use my gunkle. I have several gig uncles, but one of them died basically of alcoholism. And, he was somewhat clear from the hours of like 7 a.m. until like 2. And then he would start drinking. And then just like after that, it was like none of it made any sense. And then he ended up with a form of Alzheimer's, probably from being an alcoholic for 50 years. But you don't know. I mean, I don't know. The whole thing is heartbreaking. And it's like, what a price to pay. Was that worth it to have that talk show and
the fame
was
and the
it worth
money?
it?
Well, I mean, you're asking the wrong person here. You're asking. I mean, it's nice if you could be famous or have the money. I would take the money over the fame and just have it all. Still be a happy person, right? I don't think money makes you unhappy. More money, more problems. I get it, but can't we just say it's enough? Do we really need another Louis Vuitton? Is that really going to fill the void today? Do we have to have that? Yeah, we do.
Money
but
makes life so much easier, but you have to
it
not
makes
be an
money.
addict.
Yes.
And you have to be mentally well. And the problem is you can't be alone. That's the thing. That's why I'm having more children. It's like if Wendy had a daughter, I don't know that this would be happening, And it's like, to me, have children.
Well,
I mean,
you have to have a family, or you could be alone and just realize that most people have evil motives and not let them in. Spot that. I don't know. I'm not the type to be taken advantage of. I'm just,
oh boy.
like I always feel that Sarah's like famous last words. No, I mean, have friends and have a great, but when you start like giving people access to money, it's weird to me. I can't see any world. Like I've always said, I could fall in love with you tomorrow. We're never getting married. We can maybe live together. I mean, it's nice if you live down the street or across the street, but even if we live together at whatever, it's when, yeah, fine, move into my houses with me. there's no joint bank account. I'm really, really anti a joint bank account for anyone. That's just me. Sarah's like, oh, really? Tell me. Just
Well,
I
my
just find
husband,
that
I mean,
weird. I just find that a weird concept. But spoken like someone who's single. But I really can say if I fell in love tomorrow and someone was dying for a child, it wouldn't work. If I fell in love tomorrow and someone's like, I will only marry you, love of my life, if we have a joint bank account, well, we're not getting married. That's an actual deal breaker. I don't believe in that. See?
all right, well, I mean, no, you got to do what you got to do. I mean, you just
It's
get a
weird
will,
to
get a
me.
living trust, get things lined up. So when something happens to Miss Yontif at 82, we're not all fighting,
Honey,
make it clear, Miss Yontif, do not leave us with like, who gets this and who gets
my
that.
mind might be gone by 82. I'll be honest with you.
All right,
Listen,
listen,
if my mind, listen here, I mean, do you want me to give you permission? Do you want to be the number one podcast in the country? Okay, here's the plan. When my mind goes, I don't know, maybe 10 years, 20 years, do you really want to keep doing the show with me and you could just have ratings gold and I will sit here and talk Bravo and my mind will literally be gone? Do you want to do that? How about I give you that instead of a Louis? You'll be the number one
all right,
podcast.
all right, all right, yeah, I'll keep it going. All right,
I
and
hope
that
that doesn't happen to me. That's my biggest fear in life, right?
is to lose your mind.
Yeah.
Really?
I think that's worse than dying of just like a sickness. I would rather have a
You'd rather
sickness.
have that than cancer.
No, I would rather have cancer, I think.
You'd rather have pancreatic cancer, like Alex Trebek. You'd rather that
Well, no, I mean, I don't
than
know.
lose your mind.
Losing your mind seems so just, like if you've seen it up close, it's so just sad, right? Because you have to wonder, I always wonder if the person knows that they've lost their mind because they are angry. So it's like, do you know that you're angry? Like, so a lot of people that have lost their minds seem very unhappy. And so it's like, do you know you've lost your mind and you're unhappy? Because if you don't, then I guess there's no real unhappiness to it. This is a very deep conversation.
I know it is. It's very hard to figure out. I don't
I would
know.
love to talk about all this stuff other than
I
Bravo
just want to
every
be
day
well
of the
taken
week.
care of. I just want to be well taken care of. Like that's to
Me
me the
too.
lowest. I think the lowest form of dying is like,
To
I
die
don't know,
alone.
potentially what Wendy's dealing with. Well, are you dying with people who respect you and like love you?
But her
And
son
I
loves
don't,
her, right?
yeah, but he's like, he